Welcome and thanks for joining Spokal. Spokal makes it faster and easier to create highly effective inbound marketing campaigns without having to become this guy. So let's get started. There are three core fundamentals to online marketing. First is your website. Maximizing it for SEO or search engine optimization helps you get found by people searching in Google. It's a great long-term source of leads. Next is social media. It's faster to get results with and works together with your blog to attract customers. It also increases your online authority and credibility. It acts as social proof. Finally, there's lead nurturing. While your website and social media get people in the door, lead nurturing is like a good salesman who convinces them to buy. They build upon each other. Normally, a well-oiled inbound marketing strategy in action looks something like this. You write some content, copy it to WordPress, spend some time formatting it, adding images, headers, spacing, and making it look nice. Publish it. Create the Facebook post, LinkedIn post, and a few tweets, and then you schedule them in another tool like Buffer or Hootsuite. Then you find some other content to share or curate on your social networks and schedule that too. Then you scour the internet for new ways to drive traffic and find customers, and then get distracted by the latest cat meme. And while that might be a little bit of fun, it's not particularly effective. Here's what that process looks like in Spokal. Spokal's drag and drop editor makes content creation a little bit faster and a little bit easier than it is in WordPress. Pasting in some content here that we've written in Word, and now we're going to do some formatting. This brings back commercially licensed images from Flickr that you can use legally as long as you attribute them properly. We do that for you automatically. Got a great little editor in here, so you can do any cropping, resizing, or any kind of photo manipulation that you want. We can drop tweets in there too. Oh, and by the way, you don't need to use the Spokal editor if you don't want to. You can continue to use the WordPress editor if you prefer. Spokal will pull in all your new posts, and you can still use all of Spokal's other features. However, if you do decide to do that, it's best to also use a plugin that creates open graph tags. We can pick those up and make sure that the social media content that you are sharing is what you want to share. So here's the real-time SEO analysis. It'll change as we add the header. You can modify your meta description, which is what will show up in Google searches. It doesn't affect your SEO, but it may increase your chances of someone actually clicking on your link as opposed to someone else's. And you can modify your tweets and your Facebook and LinkedIn posts here as well. That'll actually modify open graph tags and Twitter card tags, so if anybody shares your content, no matter how they found it, that's also the content that's going to be shared unless they modify it. Now I'll publish. You'll see here's the lead capture box that we added. I'll add an email address to that right now, and we'll come back to that later. And there's the attribution we were talking about earlier. Now a little magic has happened behind the scenes. These are all the tweets that have been automatically scheduled based on your custom schedule, so you can skip the entire scheduling process that you might normally do in another tool. You can modify each share and change anything that you want. And if you connect Spokal to your Feedly account, you can also add content that you've curated from other sites to the same calendar so you can see everything at a glance. Rank tracking in Google.com, as well as your local version of Google. You can see how each page is performing. See what each page is ranking for and the social media mentions that each page has gotten across Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, as well as search engine entries, which helps you to determine how it's performing on the search engines now that keyword not provided is a reality. Oh, and remember that lead capture widget that we dragged over earlier? When someone enters their email address into it, it'll show you who they are and how they interact with your site and your emails. It will score them and can even notify you when they reach a certain score so you can reach out to them manually. We'll send that score back to MailChimp as well so you can segment your list based on their score. And one last thing, content marketing is slow. It typically takes 3 to 6 months for you to start seeing real results. But Spokal speeds that up with Twitter Builder. Twitter Builder shortens the curve. It accelerates everything by putting you in front of hundreds of relevant people each and every day. It will increase your social authority, reach, and website traffic faster than working without it. Combined with the rest of Spokal, it really is a marketing superweapon for small business.